a push out there. I'm probably going to be seeing that. Free going to expand yet again towards the 9 o'clock. Unfortunately, Flash are way on top of this. That Vulture's not going to manage to do too much, but Free is going to be forced to get a defensive posture pretty quickly. Probably going to wall off a pylon there with some... wall the ramp off, I'm sorry, with some pylons. But Flash meanwhile going to get himself ready for massive push, adding in a couple extra factories. So I'm assuming just slowly macro up off these three, maybe a couple more minutes, then we're probably going to be seeing a massive tank push right across the middle.
Yeah, definitely. Flash has the forces that he can really do that. He can really get a strong push going. He's got so much economy going that his force in a couple minutes, as you said, is just going to be so impressive. And I hadn't seen an armory. I wasn't looking for it, but I gotta think that there's an armory somewhere, at least one. Yeah, okay, good, there is an armory. So he'll have a couple Goliaths mixed in. He'll get that probably +1 upgrade. I would guess that he'll probably go once his +1 weapons is completed, something like that, maybe even 1-1, something like that, and push out. You know, you said earlier that that third base is kind of the yet another nail in Free's coffin, and I couldn't help thinking that, like, Free seems to be digging his own grave this entire series. 12 Nexuses, you know, he just isn't countering this game correctly. It just seems to be digging his own grave after playing so well against Haya. Like, he was responding to what Haya was doing so well in the last series in his PvT that I'm honestly just shocked that he's not responding intelligently. Like, if you say that he went into the game thinking that he had to 12 next, okay. He felt like he had to 12 next, that's fine. But in this game, like there are direct counters and responses that you would expect a Protoss player to do to what Flash is doing, and he's not doing it, and Flash is just being allowed to push across to this position, and he's already established before Free has even tried to engage. You have to engage that Terran force at multiple times as it comes out over and over again, to just try and slowly whittle it down, and Free has not done that yet. He does look like he's trying to maybe come in here for a flank, using this Arbiter cloaking as well as he can to try and get in here, but not enough Zealots. Doesn't have Zealots in here, doesn't have the speed on the Zealots probably yet. Is that why he isn't going for it? But he could go for a flank here. He's trying to. There's some Vultures now coming in to defend a couple tanks, and yeah, there's too many Vultures there. And I think honestly, Free is just so far behind economically that Flash is going to be able to take down this base at the 9 o'clock, and once the base count gets evened up again, it'll have just been too even for too long for Free to come back. Maybe a stasis here could save him. A big stasis, not enough. You can see those Zealots still don't have speed, and that's just killing him. Flash from the low ground is defeating his opponent on the high ground. That is pretty ridiculous. Flash is just too powerful. That's impressive. Flash is impressive. Wow.
Flash is impressive. Fact of the century by Deja Vu. But oh my god, look at that nice! Holy craposaurus! Wow, all those goons meant it. Wow, beautiful Vulture surround, getting those mines in there. You're not in a good position when your Vultures outnumber the goons, not just 2-to-1, but more than 2-to-1, and get tanks to back it up. The Arbiter is sitting there, but not really helping much. No stasis as of yet that I can see. Acting close, finally a stasis, not catching the tanks I would have wanted though. But just, yeah, Zealot's the only thing on the ground, trying to engage, trying to come close to the tanks. Dooku's not even blocking really I'm sorry, Vulture's not even blocking at this point. Flash going to be forced back a little bit to these Zealots, but no mines in the area whatsoever. Flash was fairly careful with that. Going to be able to pick off all these Zealots, then just continue his push. And Free's in a significant amount of trouble. He does not have the Zealot numbers. He does not have the Dragoons numbers. He does not have some High Templar out there, which would be absolutely brilliant for him. He does have a base over Flash, which theoretically is a decent position to be, but there are tanks that have been harassing him all over the place. A bunch of probes have been killed. There's been harassment at all times. That 9 o'clock position hasn't been saturated at all this entire time. And Flash is slowly pushing that. He's going to be able to pick off that 9 o'clock position, render it, just quickly rend it. Stasis right there on the goal ground. I actually think it would have been better served to wait until some forces tried to get up the ramp and then stasis the tanks near the ramp. Would have maybe even managed to get like that. There we go, just as I say that. 3 tanks right near the ramp get stasis. But Flash is going to move on back up north. Vultures first, get in there. get into the tussle, do some damage, tanks backing up as well, and just when the siege tanks and vultures can fight and the siege tanks don't even siege, oh god, you're not good. Even more reinforcement coming in, so Flash, despite being pushed back a little bit, as soon as the reinforcements and unstasis forces get back into the fray, he's going to be able to continue pushing this because he seems to have just absolute control of what's happening.
Yeah, he absolutely does. He's dictating play completely and utterly. One of the stasis finally comes off. Goliath's able to pick off one Arbiter. That is painful for Free. There's 350 gas down the hole, and Free is just on vapors right now. Another Arbiter being picked off. Free is truly on vapors right now. Flash has essentially got this. It's just a matter of cleanup. Free still has 4 bases running, so there's a slight glimmer of hope and reason for him to stay in the game, but not really. Just not really. And I think we're going to see Flash go on to the finals, and Jaedong versus Comm in the other semifinals. We could be seeing another Flash versus Jaedong final. It's a repeat from last season, if I'm not mistaken, unless that was OSL.
That was MSL.
That was MSL, yep.
That was Nate MSL. And let's hoping there will be no power outages. We're going to see what happens, though. I'm not going to count Comm out, but here,
no holographic trying to stage.
Please, God. Flash now, bunch more vulture reinforcements coming in, and no forces on the ground for Free to do anything. He's pulled all his probes, they're all dead. Tanks coming in close, but they get picked off just as they try to run in. More reinforcements coming in, one Arbiter in there, but now even Free split up between two forces, a little bit few of the one in the north. Those Greens are going to get picked off, if not the Arbiter first, but Free, of course, at this point, Free's delaying the GG, as you see often when you're one game away from losing a series.
Free's not even pressing buttons.
The GG. Yeah, he's kind of just sitting there with his mouth smickering around. But Flash even setting up down a bunch of mines, so anything that comes out dies to mines, to sacrificing himself. At this point, generally when the Protoss player is that massive macro, and he can throw away a couple of Zealots to clear up some minefields to allow his other forces to go in and engage. But at this point, even every single last Zealot is precious, and that's just not a position to be in. I think it was an Arbiter or an Observer that got picked off. I'm not quite sure which one it was, but now there are going to be siege tanks at the 12 o'clock position, sieging that, and there's just almost nothing there for Free at this point. Flash, with an absolutely dominant position, has also picked up a base at the, inside 5 o'clock, I guess you would say. And now he's on 4 bases, and I'm going to be expecting the GG any second. Okay, he's just picking it up, not quite up yet, but already a dominant position to be in. He's picking up additional bases while he's putting off this insane pressure, and reinforcements are going to continue flowing in. Free going to go here for the last. He might push some of this back. Vulture's coming in just the right time. Going to be able to plant in some mines, force those goons back. One little shot there for Free to maybe get some of those tanks dead, but not going to happen. So even if he just bams goons right now because he can, maybe loses a bunch of those to mines right there. And this is going to, GG as soon as he rubs the tears from his eyes. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, pretty GG's. That was a really disappointing series. I had so much hope for Free to at least take a game or two off of Flash and maybe even pull off an upset victory. To see him get 3-0'd, I am kind of shocked, and more than anything else, I'm very, very disappointed in the quality of the games today. I am unhappy with Free. Free did not come into the series with a good game plan, with a good strategy, and he deserved to lose. Flash called his number and predicted every game correctly. So kudos to Flash, experienced in best of 5 series, very, very strong series player, and deservedly takes a good sweep here.
Right then, guys, thanks once again to Deja Vu for joining me. This is going to be your first semi-final. I get to take part in the joyous activity of creating anti-spoilers for you people. But other than that, I'm going to hope that the ZVZ semi-final we got will be a little more joyous to us. But we are definitely guaranteed a TVZ final. For those of you that don't know, I will be joining Nuke. I'm not quite sure if this game actually comes up before that happens, but anyway, I'm going to be joining Nuke on his channel for the OSL semifinals between Cal and Effort, so go there for that. Once again, huge thanks to Deja Vu and all of you guys. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed, even though the games weren't as good as we would have wanted. GG, guys. Renshin and Deja Vu out.